Good morning, Switch Middle School. Trevin here. I'm coming at you all with a devotion. Today is Easter for me. I don't know what day this video will be uploaded, but happy Easter. Happy belated Easter if it's updated later. Hope you had good times with your family. And you guys found eggs, but also focused on the real reason of Easter. My devotion is actually going to be coming out of Matthew today, Matthew 8:27. So I'll give you guys some time to get there, but I'll just wait a little bit. But Matthew 8:27, it reads, "What sort of man is this that even winds and sea obey him?" So for our background, Jesus is with his disciples, and they're on a boat when a life-threatening storm comes up. And while this is going on, Jesus is sleeping, of all things. He's under the cab, below deck, sleeping, while all the disciples are freaking out. They are losing it. And I thought that this was a pretty good comparison to what's going on right now, because the disciples are compared to what we are right now, and how everything's out of our control. We are all waiting for what's going to happen next. And when we're doing this, Jesus is sleeping, and what we could be doing is resting and be restful and sleeping, because Jesus has the power over every storm. And it says that at the end of this, Jesus woke up, and after they were begging Jesus to do something, he says, "Why are you afraid?" Because he knew that God is in control, and God will stop this storm, just like God will stop this virus and this plague. And he put his full faith in him. He wasn't even fazed because he was sleeping. He probably having a really great dream too. And if the winds and the waves don't concern Jesus, they shouldn't concern us either, because he trusted in God so much that it wasn't a big deal to him. The next point off of this verse is that fixing your eyes on Jesus leads us to peace, which is very true, because if we look at the size of the storm instead of looking at who can calm it, then our minds start going off to the worst case scenario, and we start becoming fearful when we have no reason to be fearful when God is in control and he has a plan for all of us. Another thing is Jesus is always in our boat, because he's on our side. He's Jesus. He's the man. It's easy to focus on it's a point that comes off of this, and it says it's easy to focus on your fears when you can't control your future, which is exactly what's going on right now. Everybody is stressing about work or maybe school for you guys, and it's easy to focus on that when we get sidetracked of what the real focus is, and that's Jesus, and having a peace of mind that he will solve it, and he knows he has a plan. God has a plan. I also have another verse that kind of helps top that off and end it, and it is in Colossians 3:15 through 16. So I'll wait a little bit for you guys to get there. Alright, so Colossians 3:15 through 16, it says, "Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, since as members of one body you were called to peace, and be thankful." So we can do this by just being thankful we can spend time with our families right now, because we can't do anything else. What is there to do? Why not enjoy these times with our families that we have? Because in the end, God will handle it, and whatever God's plan is God's plan. And so just be thankful and be at peace. I also wanted to pray for us, but to wrap this up, I'm just going to say this. Whenever you find yourself overwhelmed by life, you always have two choices. You can focus on your circumstances, or you can focus your eyes on Jesus. And that really stood out to me, because this verse actually wasn't something that I found. It was something that I was having anxiety, and I was being stressed out about how all of this crazy stuff is going on. And my brother came up to me and he's like, "Hey, go read Matthew 8." And I was like, "Okay, I'll check it out." And so I did. And once I read it, I was like, wow, this couldn't apply more to what's going on right now. That I just need to, Jesus, take the wheel, basically. You got this. This is your storm that you will handle. And I think that that's a great thing for all of us to do right now is be happy, be peaceful, and be thankful for the family time we get. Okay. So yeah, that's the devotion I have for you guys. I'm actually going to end in prayer if you'd like to join me. So let's do that. Dear God, thank you for the family time you've blessed me with, and that I know that it seems bad that I'm not doing anything right now, that that everything's shut down, but it gives us time to refocus our true values and what our priorities are. It gives us time to focus on you, God, and to pray to you and talk to you every day. We can wake up, start our day with you, and we can end our day with you too. I pray that you are in control, you know what's going on, and you have a plan in the end, and I know that your plan will follow through. There's nothing that us worrying about it will do. I pray that everyone out there, all of my middle schoolers, all my 6th graders, all the 7th graders, and 8th graders, everybody's at peace and having good times at home. I pray that there would be tons of laughs that are shared with their families, and that memories, that they won't think back and think, wow, the coronavirus was so crazy and that was such a bad time, that they would think that, yeah, I remember playing games with my mom and dad. I remember that we got to eat in every day. We were all eating around the table, and it was a great time. And that you, God, were in control, and we prayed to you, we worshiped you, and we were peaceful. Our mind was at ease because we knew that you are in control, God. I pray this in your name. Amen. All right, guys. I hope to see you guys soon. I'm going to be trying to, 6th graders, I'm going to be trying to put together a Zoom meeting so we can have small groups, because I'd really like to talk to you guys, see what's going on, how the quarantine's going. Yeah. So, talk to you later. Sign off.